It blows me away. It's everywhere.
Once you're familiar with that, or metragenine, kind of the other name, like you'll see it, it's like, oh, there it is, there it is.
This is essentially a medical product that is poorly labeled, that people are treating like a caffeine shot.
Drive down any main road in Boise, you'll see vape shops, smoke shops, even convenience stores selling Kratom products. Kratom is an herbal extract from the leaves of a Southeast Asian tree, which contain two main psychoactive compounds, mitragynine and 7-hydroxymitragynine. For centuries, workers in Thailand used it to have more strength and endurance during long, hot days.
What was found about 20 years ago was that Kratom makes a chemical that's very similar to our prescription opioids, and that gives people a sense of well-being.
At low doses, it has a stimulant effect. At higher doses, it acts like a painkiller. Trevor Helland took an ounce of Kratom powder, like this, every day.
They literally gave me a scooper and just said, this many scoops of the powder. That's all I knew.
When he didn't take it, he says he went through debilitating withdrawals. Before ever taking Kratom, Trevor battled drug and alcohol addiction for decades.
I was clean and sober 4 years, and then tried the Kratom because I was told it was a safe alternative to opiates, and I still have back pain and everything. So I tried the Kratom, and within a couple weeks, it shot me back into opiate addiction. It set me back. I lost everything.
For many people, and this is really where it came out as a very popular herbal product, is to treat chronic pain.
While it is not approved for medical use by the Food and Drug Administration, Dr. David Kroll, a University of Colorado Anschutz pharmacology professor, says Kratom became popular during the opioid epidemic, specifically for people who had poor access to health care. Dr. Kroll says people also use Kratom to try to wean off other substances. Kratom comes in many forms: dried powder, seltzers and shots, capsules and tablets, and liquid extract. In Idaho and federally, manufacturers aren't required to have warning labels or list dosing instructions or ingredients.
There's no general requirement, like for an over-the-counter drug product, that it tells you exactly what's in it, how much is in it.
I went into several shops selling Kratom around Boise. How's it going? I'm good. Are you a manager or owner? While I found the majority of products do have some type of warning or disclaimer, some do not, and most don't have dosing instructions. That lack of information can be dangerous.
Remember, this is an opioid. The plant makes these chemicals in a way that they can bind to our opioid receptors, the same way that morphine, oxycodone, fentanyl can.
The Drug Enforcement Administration warns at high doses, Kratom can cause depression of breathing, hallucinations, confusion, and delusions, along with physical side effects like nausea, itching, shaking, dizziness, and sweating.
Can you overdose on Kratom itself? You can, but it requires very high doses.
Dr. Kroll says Kratom in tea or powder form is rarely deadly by itself, since the body limits its effects. But combining it with other drugs or taking too much can be risky. The Poison Control Hotline has received 129 reports from Idaho involving Kratom products since 2020. Data from the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare shows 83 Idahoans have died from Kratom-related drug overdoses between 2020 and 2024, and that number has been steadily rising. Most of those deaths were caused by a mixture of Kratom and at least one other substance. The biggest concern right now? The rise of lab-made Kratom byproducts, far stronger than nature intended.
The problem comes in, and it's kind of the American way, is to take the active constituent and concentrate it to make the product to have as big a bang as possible. And that's what's happened with Kratom.
Semi-synthetic, highly concentrated 7-OH, this stuff, can be found everywhere. And studies have found it can be several times more potent than morphine.
Putting the 7-OH on this compound makes it incredibly problematic and potentially deadly if you're taking other sedating products.
I mean, just past several years, really, just been seeing a significant increase in Kratom.
North Point Recovery in Boise has more addicts coming in, checking the Kratom box in their paperwork.
And when it's marketed as, hey, take this to stop drinking, And it's like, oh, okay, that sounds very appealing. It's like, okay, and might work for a short duration, but then once they develop that dependence, what we're seeing usually is like a dual addiction. And we've had patients, it takes up to 30 plus days, for them to fully come off of 7-OH.
The FDA came out with a warning about 7-OH this summer, calling it a public health threat. The agency recommended the DEA classify it as a Schedule I controlled substance, putting it in the same category as heroin. But currently at the federal level, 7-OH and Kratom in general are legal and unregulated.
Without it being regulated, it could be any level of potency. We don't really know.
Several cities, counties, and states around the country have started banning 7-OH and regulating Kratom in recent years. Idaho is not on that list.
I can't believe it's legal in Idaho.
The only requirement, you have to be at least 18 or 21 to enter most of the shops we went into selling Kratom, except for convenience stores.
Would you like to see an overall ban of this substance?
Yeah, I would. That would be great.
In my ideal world, 7-OH and concentrated mitragynine products would be off the market. My ideal world, patients could still have access to the powder, make the tea themselves at home, and treat their pain, especially for those in our rural areas and underserved areas where it's very difficult to see a healthcare provider.
How did being addicted to Kratom affect your life?
It affected every aspect of my life. My relationships suffered. I lost about 30 pounds from it, 30, 40 pounds. I didn't think as straight.
Today,
This is where I spend most of my time.
Trevor has been sober for 6 years.
Doing really good now, yeah, loving life.
What would your message be for people that are considering using Kratom?
Don't use it. Don't use it. There's a lot safer alternatives. Medications, if you're trying to come off of other opiates, go try AA meetings. I know a lot of people there. Rehabs. I would not suggest Kratom. I would not suggest Kratom for anything, really.